Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Kelvin Wilson of We Do Movies and Movies, Food, and Hip Hop, and I'm back with another review. This is for the review of Marvel Netflix series Luke Cage Season 2. If you haven't seen Season 1, do yourself a favor and go check out Season 1. If you haven't seen Season 1 and Season 2 of Daredevil, check those out as well. If you haven't seen Season 1 and Season 2 of Jessica Jones, check those out too. If you haven't seen Season 1 of Iron Fist, I'm still going to tell you to check it out, even though I know a lot of people would not want you to check it out. But I think you should check it out anyway. Now, with these Marvel Netflix shows, because there are 13 episodes that they give to you all at once. Now, you could either binge watch these things, like I did in the past, or you could just kind of take your time with it. And that's what I chose to do with Luke Cage Season 2. I chose to just really take my time with this because of a lot of things that happened as far as with Season 1. Now, we all know that Season 1 broke Netflix. Netflix was down after a while because everybody wanted to see Luke Cage Season 1. But with that being said, there were a lot of problems that people did address about Season 1 of Luke Cage. One of the many complaints about Season 1 was that the first half of the season was great, and then the second half of the season wasn't. And I had that same complaint as well, although I felt like the first half of the season with Cottonmouth was just so good. And as soon as Diamondback came into the picture, it just lost its mojo for me. And it just felt like most of the episodes were just kind of fillers. But the showrunner, Cheo Hodari Coker, really had a big job on his hands. Not only did he have to listen to the criticisms of what everybody was saying about the first season, but he also had to make it better from the first season. And I can honestly tell you, he did exactly that. Luke Cage Season 2 is amazing. And I'll go out on a limb right now and say that I think this is the best second season of any of the Marvel Netflix series. The acting is on point. Harlem is still a main character and a providing character of everything that goes along with this show. The music is on point. This show had everything that everybody had to either love, or the ones that wanted to complain couldn't really complain anymore because this show rocked on all cylinders. Now, let's just kind of go into what this season really is about. It's two storylines, maybe three storylines if you want to put it in a different context. So we have Luke Cage now, instead of being what he was in Season 1, kind of the reluctant hero who didn't want to do anything. Now he's taken this oath to protect Harlem. He is Harlem's sworn protector. That is already set in stone. And the rise and some of the pitfalls that come with that. How does it affect him when his father comes back into his life? How it affects his relationship with Claire, played by Rosario Dawson. And then you have the villain of this series, which is Bushmaster, that's played by Mustafa Shakir. I hope I got that name right. I think it's Mustafa Shakir, but this villain is such a good villain. He reminds me a lot of Killmonger. Killmonger was another great villain from, of course, the Black Panther movie. But what made Killmonger and Bushmaster very great villains is, yes, the things that they are doing to get what they want is very villainous, but they come from a place where you can totally understand why they are doing these things. And then the second story is based, or the third story, I should say, is basically the rise of Black Mariah and her daughter coming into the picture, and her daughter eventually becoming another one of Luke Cage's villains. But I believe that's going to happen in season 3. But you kind of get a glimpse of it in this season as well. I just thought that everybody was just magnificent in this show. Rosario Dawson killed it as always. Mike Colter is Luke Cage. When I think of Luke Cage, I think of Mike Colter. Now, the only thing I have a gripe with, and I actually had a conversation with one of my friends about this. The only gripe that I have about this, because at first, I thought it was okay, but the more I watched, because I did go back and watch this season over again, because I watched season 2 like twice straight through. I did have a problem with that dabbing scene. Now, him saying like, you know where to find me and step up, you can't do this to me. I love that, because to me I was like, that's Luke Cage claiming he's claiming that he's the big dog. This is his yard. You can't do nothing to me. But that dab at the end just kind of did something to me. Now that I had to go back and do more retrospect of it, it really did do something to me. Now I really love the fact that Cheo Hodori Coker, the showrunner of Luke Cage, he does something where first season every episode was named after a Gang Starr song, and this season every episode is named after a Pete Rock and CL Smooth song, and that was one of my favorite duos in hip hop, and I love them. I love those guys to death, and I'm glad that he's continuing that. Now, I hope, mainly because he has sprinkled a little bit of Wu-Tang in there, my hope for season 3 is that he names every episode a Wu-Tang song. I think that would be super dope. Either that or Iron Fist needs to do that too, or something. But I just felt like from top to bottom, especially this season, there was nothing except for that dab. The dab was the only thing I had to complain about. Everything else was just magnificent. And let's just talk about Reggie Cathy, who passed away, who was a brilliant and amazing actor who played Luke Cage's father. And you could see the complexity of his character, how he feels, how he kind of still feels, but he wants the relationship back with his son. I just felt that was just an awesome take on how they wanted his father to be portrayed, and it was just a fitting send-off to such an amazing actor. But I love this season of Luke Cage, and I do hope that there is a third season of Luke Cage, and that's just what I thought about this season. You guys hit me up on Facebook at We Do Movies, as well as Movies, Food, and Hip Hop. You guys can check out all the reviews on there. And you can go to the We Do Movies YouTube channel and check out all of my reviews and commentary videos on that channel as well. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can see more content. And until then, guys, I'll see you next time. Peace.